Hey, yo, we live as a motherfucker. Fuck your opinion.
Look your mom in the end.
Damn, dog, it sound like you about to cue the beat up like you about to do it yourself. Would you queuing it up on the board?
What's that?
It sound like Don queuing it up on the board.
You know we can't hear nothing, right? No, I can't.
I can't hear?
Nah, man, we waiting for you. We can't hear shit. Here you go.
Yeah, I thought y'all could hear that shit. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, everybody on the show like, what the fuck happened? Don's over there going in the zone.
Yeah, I can hear that shit.
I'm like, I can't hear shit.
Shit, I actually was doing some other shit. I probably didn't share the audio on the jump.
There you go. Hold on, folks. We have a little technical difficulty. Okay, we in.
Y'all got it?
Yep. Okay.
Shit, I'm actually over here moving some shit around.
LZ, bands on it. I caught her from the back, made a nigga backflip. I smoke a lot of weed, did a thing clear. Cold hearted, so I need a mind clear. Check it, hanging with a ratchet. She gon' give me head if I ask her. Nasty, we gon' need a napkin. I'ma need a pastor. All these fucking devils on the scene. I ran out of tree, need a beam. Make a big cream. Hit a nigga, make a nigga scream. Hit again, stop a nigga breathing. We don't can't see, we just can't body. 21 dead roses on a nigga body. 21 shot from a Glock, she ain't fly. I don't give a fuck about that bitch, she can die. Hanging out that sunroof, we sliding on your block. Hanging out that sunroof, we sliding, then we slide. 21 roses, this ain't for a hoe. This one for the shot fight. This one for my dead guys. Blood in my eye, we don't cry about it. Either way it go, we gon' die about it. Every other day, it's a drive-by. Glock 21 with a red dot. Glock 21 with a red dot. Jump out that car, that's a shootout. Hang out the roof, that's a hangout. I'm with my blood, what it be like? Everybody say they gon' shoot the sight. Glock got a dick like a dyke. Rock out these souls in a pipe. Thick yellow bitch and she love taking pipe. I like to shoot, ain't no way I'm gon' fight. He say that he banging, but nigga not right. 21 gun, that's a real scary sight. Get fucked with that stick, now he paralyzed for life. My wrist and my chain, this shit he'll be light. Dub in my pocket, that's light. Same like game, pull up shooting on bikes. Stick make him slip like he walking on ice. Walk that boy down, make him FaceTime a trick. Nobody can save it, shoot out that boy cake. 21 roses, this ain't for a hoe. This one for the shot fight. This one for my dead guys. Blood in my eye, we don't cry about it. Either way it go, we gon' die about it. Every other day, it's a drive-by. Glock 21 with a red dot. Glock 21 with a red dot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What it do? What it do?
Live from the pit that don't give a shit.
This is Fuck Your Opinion, the podcast.
With your man 2K and Dan.
I'm Don Gotti Nash.
It's your man Step the Lover. We in the motherfucking building for another fuck your opinion, goddammit. Put it in there. Don, who that was right there? Don, who that was?
That was Shane Grady featuring Blitz Gang Uno.
I like that shit.
21
Blitz
Roses.
Gang Uno. 21 Roses. That was fire, bro. That was, yeah.
That shit make a nigga want to go pull a 187.
Hey, make you go get it.
Hey, on Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto, that is, Facebook police.
Right. Oh, man.
Got me fucked up.
Yeah, you know, we don't advocate for violence and stuff like that, but you know, that's that turn up music, you know, that's you know. But like I said, he don't fuck your opinion. We don't advocate for violence. We want peace, love, and if you disagree with somebody, just you know, fuck your opinion. They ain't always got to go to gunplay, you know. That's just something that happens. So we don't really want to celebrate that and make it seem like that's all we about, but it's part of life. Man. That's all that street
bang bang
street, trap music, bang.
Bang bang.
Hey, before we get started, I want to say also to any artist, man, that's out there that's checking us out, that want to put your joint out so people can hear it. You want to put your music out, whether it's rap, singing, R&B, gospel. I mean, even though people might say, "Oh, fuck your opinion is gospel," but, you can whatever your musical talent is.
Oh, man, you can even send us your porn videos in. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's female on female, female on male. Female on male, we don't want no.
we here at Fuck Your Opinion.
Already,
not only dope. Yeah, you can't tell them that shit because we already got it once. We already fell for the okie doke once. So you set us up.
Send that shit to Don.
You will be backstage. Now we are monitoring.
If I gotta see that shit, y'all gotta see that shit too, man. We all seen that shit live. We all seen that shit live. Dan and me.
Wait a minute, Don. Now you the producer. The producer is supposed to do all the evaluation and scanning and all that shit before he
that shit live, man. That shit live. There's nothing you can do, man. Motherfucker can get on here and speak. So, like he could probably say 2 sentences and then just drop that shit. You be like, oh man, you motherfucker. Yeah, man. I thought that such and such. And then you just turn around and you see the Dallas Cowboy, you see the Brokeback Mountain pictures.
Yeah. Hey, if you haven't checked out Fuck Your Opinion, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, but certain kids you shouldn't allow to see this shit. But so anything, we always give a little disclaimer. The views and everything that we share on this show is solely based on the individual. We don't. And we're not really sharing no gay porn or no wild shit like that. Even though it's Pride Month and people are allowed to do whatever you want to do, live the lifestyle you want to live. But on this podcast here, we ain't gonna go that far with it. You know what I'm saying? If you have a conversation or issue that you really want to talk on, that's cool. But we don't want nobody showing no dick and balls on here. I'm sorry to say that way,
but all the ladies, any naked flicks, send them to Step the Lover. Don't send them to these 2 niggas and get these niggas.
We hear at Fuck Your Opinion. Dan and Don. Dan and Don, actually.
If it's live.
We ain't fucking around. We ain't fucking around. Yeah, we ain't fucking around.
I just do like this. I'm not really trying to indicate anything. I'm not indicating anything. All I'm doing, I'm just putting my hands up like, hey, if like Don said, we live, But but anyway, do send him to Step Level. Just let him do the clearance on that, And we want to interview people if you're a female, and you're in the adult industry, or even, like I said, if you're a man, you don't have to bring us no whatever, but you're more than welcome to anyone to really get on the show and express your opinions and your views on real shit. Because even though we laugh and joke and have a great time, and hope you who watch this podcast, y'all have a good time. We still like to be somewhat on some serious issues. And I'm going to say it right now. We might go right, we might go left, but eventually we're going to get it right back on the rails. That's right back on the motherfucking rails. So if you haven't watched the show before, Fuck Your Opinion podcast, this is the gang, and hope you enjoy yourself. What we got, Don?
Hey, I heard about this Virginia Tech shit, right?
No. I didn't hear about this.
So it's a running back. Let me see. Let me get the screen kind of situated. Yeah, so it's a running back that's just coming in. His name is, I can't really, let me see. What's his name? It's Isi Etute of Virginia football. He was arrested last week for 2nd-degree murder. So basically what happened was he got he hooked up with somebody on Tinder named Angie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like a month ago, he had oral sex with this person, and I guess everything went fine. You know what I'm saying? It was all good. He went back the second time and had the same sexual activity and discovered the person was a man.
Oh
no!
Oh man, listen, hold up, man. Hold up.
So is he responsible for the death?
God.
What's that?
Are they saying that he's responsible for the person's death?
Yeah, he killed the person.
Killed the motherfucker.
Yeah. They said he killed.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Wow, bro.
You hear that shit, Vito?
So the story is basically he hooked up with a person on Tinder. They had some kind. He had, or obviously,
hold on.
Gave him.
So let's dissect this a little bit. Do you think he knew the first time? You
No.
think he knew the first time? Or do you think he was threatened to be exposed?
No,
I think the first time he went and it was he kind of probably would notice a little something weird. But if you seen those makeup shit now, these new makeup and shit, they can fool. My motherfucker could be a cold zombie and you wouldn't know who the fuck
you wouldn't know, man. Come on, man. Listen, man. I just want to listen real quick for anybody out there watching us. This on the eve, not even the eve, but the month of Gay Pride. This story, I just need us to understand something. I mean, put yourself in this dude's shoes, okay? This dude don't even have to be, homophobic. He don't have to hate gay people. None of that. When you hook up with somebody on Tinder, on Tinder you put, not that I'm like a seasoned vet or anything, but you put what you're looking for on Tinder, whether it's straight, gay, men. So if you're on Tinder and I just want Don Gotti Nash, I want Toucan Dan, or any viewers out there watching us to put yourself in this football player's shoes, and you go and you hook up with. Because I have seen some pretty transvestites. I have seen some transvestites that I did not know was a man or used to be a man.
Opinion. we had fuck your opinion.
Listen, I just want y'all to put yourselves in this dude's shoes. Just imagine you. Come on now. Hold on. Hey, listen. We all done had a brush in the past.
Oh yeah.
A time when we might have been on the dance floor a little drunk or something.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm just saying, and when when you got the drinks in your system, goddamn it, and you smoking the good pack, the loud, whatever, listen, man. Like Dan said, the makeup and the technology that they have nowadays, y'all. Who's to say that if a person really didn't want you to know what they were? Because when you're on a sexual encounter, especially for the first time, you can limit yourself to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? You could, someone say,
he said it was just oral sex.
Yeah,
so obviously,
you go over there and get the good skullduggery. You go over there and don't get some good skullduggery. I mean, what you supposed to? Well, after you get that bomb skullduggery, you gonna want to come back.
Hey, but wait. That's what he did. He broke the Tinder rule. You supposed to get and get about it. He broke the double back. If you broke the Tinder rule, you don't double back. Double back. See what happened was she hit him with some of that motherfucking
you know what the great B.I.G. say? If the head right, Biggie the head not.
Listen, they call it nowadays, from what I heard on the radio, they call it the throat baby. So she must have been on the throat baby. And then, but like John Witherspoon said, shout out to the late great John Witherspoon. He said, you get a motherfucker back and he start the flippity flopping on it. Remember these motherfuckers? You ever seen Vampire in Brooklyn? When John Witherspoon was like, yeah, one of them. No, he wasn't a goddamn like a wolf. The motherfucker with the flippity flopping on you. I went one of them transsexuals and the motherfucker with the flippity flopping. You ever had a motherfucker flippity flop on you? That's what it was.
What flippity flop would y'all have done? Don, I'm gonna just start with you since you're in the top right corner. Put yourself in the young man's shoes. What would you have done? The first night you went over there. You was a little twisted, just sipping on the motherfucking Cavassier, you know what I'm saying? You feeling good. You a single man, a young man. You're a young single man. You're a young stud. You get the good skullduggery. The throat babies is Toucan Davis.
I'm not even gonna lie, man, and I'm not even. I'm because I look at it a slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
You don't normally just get head without actually seeing what's popping. I mean, I mean, unless depending on the circumstances, you going somewhere and you paying for something or something like that. But if it's something I mean, I don't know.
I'm about to say I would have to say I have experienced a lot of head. What's the word I'm looking for? Head therapy, and kept
fellatio.
A lot of head therapy, and that was it. And it was a thank you, appreciate you, and I'll catch you next time. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
But did you actually ever catch them the next time?
Yeah. And I got some more head therapy.
Yeah, but have you ever got it? Have you ever got it without actually checking out the merchandise or checking out the? I mean, have you ever blindly just got the shit? Like, have you ever blindly just got it?
Basically, Don says, you ever seen if she had balls? That's what he said. Like, did you ever just say,
not even that, but just being to the point to where you even get to see the shit. Like, you actually get to see visual. You get some type of visual.
No, I have had instances where, I have had, one night stands or not even really that. And I got the throat and didn't touch her, just grabbed the throat and kept it moving. So, I mean, I can understand what this young man is.
So you said you had fellatio. I mean, so you said you have a decent number. So you saying that maybe at some point in time you may have been a victim?
Don't try to put me.
I'm just saying.
Don't try to put me in this mix.
I'm just saying this. You said that you. I mean, you basically put out and said, "Look, I received, a copious amount of." Fellatio and I didn't really go as far as checking the equipment. So if, like I say, if it was 10, you could it be 1 out of 10?
No, I will say that I would say probably damn near all of my double backed and checked out the full package. Not even to make sure. Because in our mind, as a young man,
you ain't think I get it. You ain't thinking
about that. Come on, man.
To me, that would be. I mean, I don't know.
I'm just saying I never had it like that. I just never had the shit where I ain't get the action. And not that I was like you're saying, like not that I was thinking, but it ain't never been no shit where I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying, to where it's just like suspect at all. You know what I'm saying? Like now, think about you doing that shit now. Think about hold up. You know what I'm saying? Think about you do this shit. Yeah, think about you to do the shit now, and then you be like, oh shit. Excuse me for a second. Let me.
You got to literally sit down in front of them, pull out the magnifying glass, and be like, "Let me see that." Let me see
answer that question, Steph. For me, I don't think murder might be on my mind. Maybe an ass whooping, a quick ass whooping, but I don't think
hold on, Dan.
Murder.
So if a man give you the throat babies, and he make you come back for the second night, and then he give it to you the second night, and then after he give you that second night pleasure, you find out that's a nigga. You just gonna beat him up?
Well, I mean, to be honest, as a man, after you nut, it ain't too much fight you gonna really have in you to take a full motherfucker that's ain't busted a nut. So maybe not. Even if that person wait until they tell me. Afterwards, I think I still fuck it. I got to put my hands on you because you did that knowing who you were and who I was and what I was looking for. Now, maybe the first night she could say, well, she, whatever, could say, I was feeling you and I wasn't comfortable with that, but I did want to do that. That might be something for the first night, but the second night when I double back and you hit me off like that, oh, you know what you was doing. You was trying to throw me in.
What you think? I mean,
I'm just saying, what you think could have possibly happened? You think he tried to? I mean, like, you think he was just told this shit, or did the nigga just? I don't know, man. The joke was just naked or something. Like, what you think? You think he was?
I think for anybody who's watching, I don't want to take lightly the loss of another human life. You're not doing that.
Prayers go out to anybody who loses their life.
To her family and to his family, because now his life has been devastated. But we just saying, and I mean, because we here on some free thinkers, in the moment of that actually happening, like back to Don's point, I don't think it was a situation where it was, I would say, premeditated in a sense. I mean, on her behalf it was, but I don't think on his behalf it was premeditated. I think maybe we just got into it now. Unless he shot her or something, then they gonna call that premeditated. Now if they got in a fight,
he said he punched the joint. So Etute told the police he punched the joint 5 times in the face and continued punching the victim when the person hit the ground and stomped on him. He said he heard bubbling and gurgling as he left the apartment. Didn't call the police.
Oh yeah, he going to jail. Listen.
Yeah, he basically beat somebody there.
Yeah, he went into beast mode after he got that throat monster. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. You know, it's
I always try to slide it in. He went into beast mode after he got the throat monster.
For those who just
he must have grabbed he had to probably was getting the joint and probably grabbed something and fuck him up.
Hey Don, I'm telling you, in that situation,
that had to be the anger joint right there, yo. He had
Don, I'm telling you, I'm with Steph. I'm with the first scenario with Steph. I think that after whatever happened the second time, I think before it got to that point, female came out and told this young man what the deal was, and he lost. I mean, that basically what that was. And it's sad because it's going to be considered a hate crime because that, you know what I'm saying, that in the court system now, they're trying to make things and actions like that considered a hate crime. Like I said, I don't know, because in that point,
this is what I need to know real quick, fellas. For those that are just tuned in and just now watching this story is about a football player who hooked up with he thought was a female on Tinder. Went over there, got fellatio, got some good dome. Went back the next
enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it. Went back the next night, got some more good neckaroni, throat baby, throat doctor, head doctor spot, whatever the hell you want to call it. He went back.
Hold on, what you just say, man? Throat doctor spot. That's some new shit. That's hey, this is a new slang alert.
New slang alert. Head doctor spot.
So listen, after he got that, I guarantee it was after he got that second throat. The second time he went over there, the person who lost their life, thoughts and prayers go out to their family. Nobody, I want to say nobody really deserves to die. However, listen,
don't do this shit. You don't know who the fuck. Like again,
if
you don't know who,
like, you can fuck around and catch the wrong motherfucker. Like what happened?
This nigga was the wrong motherfucker. He wasn't the one that was
motherfucker.
It might be a motherfucker it might be a motherfucker that's be like, don't tell nobody. It might be a motherfucker that just slide out, be like, man, that's fucked up. This nigga right here this nigga right here? Nah.
Listen, you can't do that. I know a lot of people that you can't do that to because you're not going to get out of that scenario.
And now, like I said, the worst thing about it is he's going to get charged as a capital, almost a hate crime for what he did. And like I said, it's
they charged him with second degree. They charged him.
Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's basically saying he didn't have an intent person, but his actions caused death. But like I said,
when do we get rights though? When do men get rights? When do we get the right to? Because that's tricking somebody, man. There's got to be some type of law, some type of thing we got to throw in the mix where our rights are
rape to be considered. I mean,
that's horrible. You can't trick a motherfucker into thinking for a certain sex, and then you not even lord. Because if you tell somebody you're gonna give them some of that throat doctor spot, nigga gonna come running. Nigga gonna catch an Uber, Greyhound, Lyft.
You know what? And it also goes to the act with people, and I'm not trying to put this, like I said, against anyone. I don't, my opinion is how I feel about the shit. But that's how you have a lot of men who cause statutory charges behind that because they had ideas or thoughts that a woman was of a certain age and she lied. Those have been circumstances, but as a man, you're always on the, as I do agree with Steph, as men, sometimes we're always on the wrong side of the law. Even in this situation, like I said, he didn't need to beat anyone to death, or that wasn't necessary. But under certain circumstances.
Hey yo, check this out though. His defense attorney named Jimmy Turk. He said, I've tried more than 100 murder cases in my lifetime, and normally I don't ask for bail. Turk told the judge, he said, if there's ever been a time for someone to be considered for bail, this is it. This is it right here.
Well, he might got a case, man. We're gonna follow this story, man. We're gonna follow this because we might have to take a trip down there to see what was going on in the courtroom and outside the court, goddamn it, to see what the deli is. we need some rights. Men need some rights.
Virginia,
too.
this in VA. This dude went to Virginia. This dude went to Virginia Tech. Yeah, he went to Virginia Tech, and his
Yeah, like I said, it's sad, man. Thoughts and prayers, like Steph Lover said, to both sides. Right, both sides of the family. We don't want to make people think we think like
can't do that.
But yeah, as men, this is something you'd have to listen to. Is as men, you don't play with another man like to that degree. You don't do it. Even if you want to be a woman, you're free to be whoever you are. But you can't go around. But you can't go around tricking people, and because I mean that's just hope everybody learns from the situation. Be upfront.
Get somebody that good throat doctor spot, and then you motherfucker.
And except, you know what?
Oh, yeah, by the way, baby, I'm a man.
You made a good point though, and don't be fishing on Tinder as the wrong gender. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he tried to get a little bar in there, man.
I like that.
The bar, you know. Hey, speaking of Bell, hey, Don, check this shit out. Okay, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but it was a Asian gentleman who lived in a neighborhood where some kids were playing outside his house. I don't know if I sent you the right link down with the small interview on it. I mean, when he talked to the kid's father, it was a group of kids playing outside this guy's window. Oh yeah, roll it back. So this motherfucker here. So it's a group of kids hanging outside this window playing. This little boy here, and I know by the color of the shirt and the tricycle, it's a little boy. Him and some other kids were playing by this man's window, and I guess they were making noise and they were aggravated. First, he gets a sledgehammer and he comes out and attends the children, but they run away. He goes back into his home, gets a handgun, and shoots at the children from the window, from inside his house, and end up hitting this kid in the arm. They had actual sound. They don't have the video, but I don't know if anyone wants to go look it up. They actually have the audio. Is that it? Go back up, Don. I don't know. I think that's maybe the audio where you actually hear this guy shoot at a 6-year-old kid and hit him, and the kid screams, "Oh, he shot me! He shot me!" And this is the wildest part about this shit. Not just that. This guy gets, he gets locked up, goes to court. He gets a $10,000 bail.
He do?
He got a $10,000 bond.
We know he ain't mixed with black, so we're gonna get that right off the table.
We showed you the picture. It's a Korean guy shot a little black kid, and that's even the biggest uproar. It's the biggest uproar is that he's not only that he shot a child, but he only got a $10,000 bond. It got so bad that the state's attorney themselves had to return, I think, along with the district attorney, and ask for a higher bail. They was like, at least make it $100,000.
Here we go.
Oh, is this funny though?
It is it. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh hell no! No.
Kwame got shot! Call the fucking police! What are you doing? My little friend's okay.
See, I want to speak on this first because, listen, it don't matter what his bail is, okay? We gonna get him out of jail. All right, we gonna get him out of jail, fellas.
I don't even think you get to that point. Actually,
no. Listen, Don. Oh no, we not gonna get.
Yeah. I don't think you get. I don't think you. Yeah, I don't even think you get
into the motherfucking police car. He not making. I don't know what the fucking neighborhood they lived in, but living in my neighborhood where I grew up at, even if I'm living next door to this little boy, he not making it into the paddy wagon, into the car. If he does, we bail him out. People like that, we bail this motherfucker out, and then guess what we do when he get out? We blow his shit up. We get him. You don't go licking off motherfucking live ammunition out the fucking window at children. I don't give a fuck what color you are. You're black, Puerto Rican, Dominican, China Rican, whatever the fuck you is, man. This dude, honestly, is Chinese, and Chinese that had a rough couple months, man. And
I don't know if he's Chinese, but he's Asian. I like to be a little bit
He's Asianese, okay? I don't give a fuck what he is. Asianese, y'all know what the fuck that is.
We here. Fuck your opinion.
I already said it. The views and opinions on this show are solely based on
needed. He don't get no disclaimers because his Asianese ass shot a little kid. So we gonna have to get that motherfucker, man.
Well,
fuck
his
him.
father was at, I don't know, it was another news clip, but his dad was in the news requesting that the state's attorney and the judge look at this as, you know what I'm saying, more not just a crime, but a crime against a child. And they're asking for what reason did the court itself grant this man a $10,000 bond for shooting a child in his yard, for shooting at a child.
That shit should be attempted murder, man. Like,
hey Don,
why you shot a kid?
But Don, could you imagine, Don? Could you imagine this nigga doing this to one of our kids? We would be up there, motherfucker, talking about, no, it's okay, let him out. He did. Listen, man, what the kid did was,
first of all,
no, let him go.
I don't know, really, given his father obviously wasn't armed or something himself. I don't see any child of any of us in the house and saying somebody shot them, and we're not like, okay, well, we'll shoot back. I mean, and I'm not listen, we don't advocate violence, but for anyone who has a child or sees something like that, if you see a person shoot a child, I don't even know I don't even know how the state would look at you and not saying I came to the defense of that child. Person shoot a child, at that point I'm like, this dude is liable to shoot anybody. I felt it was my duty as a citizen to step in here. Especially if it's your own kid, I can't see anybody come to anyone's home and their kid got a bullet hole in the screen.
Who kid it is. I don't care who kid it is, what color the kid is. If it's a badass little kid, you know, you got some of these little badass little motherfuckers. You be wanting to throw rocks at them little motherfuckers. Like, you be wanting to clip them up, kick them off bikes and shit. You know.
Hey yo, I hate to go left, man, but I'm just looking at Delvin post, man. on fuck your opinion, man.
And he off the chain, dog.
Yeah, that 325 for gas.
Oh my god,
hey, this is the wildest shit right here, man.
You gotta put it up, Don. Put it up. My cousin Dale, aka Chuck, brother of the road, baby, he be posting some wild shit. We got a great, incredible group in Facebook called Fuck Your Opinion, just like the podcast, man. Check us out, man. We got hilarious shit popping off in there. What it do, Renzo Wallace? How you feeling, champ? John Barrera, Riverdale in the building, man. Listen, yeah, man. I don't give a fuck. For those that didn't see the front of the story, the beginning of the story, dude shoots out his window at a little kid, 6 years old. The little boy gets shot in the arm. This is what Delvin put: $3.25 for gas and $4 for diesel. Someone needs to tell Pride Month to chill. Not all of us like getting fucked in the ass.
Oh Lord.
Chuck.
Hey, listen. That lets anybody, if you're seeing this, if you're seeing Fuck Your Opinion podcast, that lets you know right there that if you join this crew, even though it might be some wild shit, you might get the wildest backlash. Here, you have the freedom of say speech, just to show that truly gives people a voice in which they can say this just on their motherfucking mind and be real about it and be.
Listen, and that's the thing, man. Don't get your panties in a bunch, because if you join our group or watch our podcast, man, you can't have your panties in a bunch, man. It's all for giggles, shits and giggles, man. You know, we like having a good time, man. And if you do, if you do get mad, fuck your opinion. It is what the fuck it is.
Right. Like I said, we talking. This is not things that we going to advocating for. Like I said, this is real life. This is shit that people are doing in the world that we live in, and this shit is crazy. I mean, in this situation, like I said, I don't think anybody disagrees with the fact that if any person shoots your child, you have right to defend yourself and your family. So we about to start. I hope you got some more in that clip because we going to war.
Hey, can we start up a Go Fuck You Up page instead of a GoFundMe page? Can we start up a Go Fuck a Nigga page? Like, you know what I'm saying? Can we be the first persons to do that on Fuck Your Opinion? So if you do some fucked up shit in the hood or anywhere, I don't give a fuck. If you harm innocent children, I don't give a fuck if they're not innocent. Children, period. We gonna start up a page where motherfuckers can come tune you the fuck up. If you need help finding this nigga, we gonna send you some bread, fly you out there. You know.
You mean you gonna need defense funds? Because for once of all, somebody gonna fuck somebody up in the name of us. We gonna need lawyers, and they gonna need lawyers because we damn sure all going in.
We just starting the page, man. That, you know, people like this can't get away with shit like this, man. So if anybody
I feel you, but I'm just saying Donald Trump will get away with an insurrection. We damn sure won't. We just be three motherfuckers that end up on one of these stories on somebody else's podcast that fuck around and got a hit put on somebody for $5,000 because we raised some money.
Hey, and what did I say? If you do not know, since you know the Asian community has been having some problems and some hate crime.
Yeah, this ain't helping.
This is not hate right here. So if you do not know the nationality of an Asian person, you just call them Asianese.
Asianese or Asian.
We hear it. Fuck your opinion. The views of Step Lover are solely the
words.
Step Lover.
The words and statements that are spoken by everyone on this podcast are truly in their own opinion. This is not the truth.
Man, that's all right. What are you talking about? That's representing all of them.
Hey, that's shit funny though, man. I never heard of Asianese, man.
Yes,
the Asianese.
They really couldn't pull anything out because these.
But yeah, this the Katt Williams joint, man, that you sent me. I'm about to play.
Yeah, and that dude. Before we go, that guy gets to fuck your opinion. Who shot that kid and you let him off? You give him a $10,000 bond. You definitely get the double fucking finger. Fuck your opinion for us. But go ahead.
Yeah,
fuck your opinion, man.
Well, when it initially happened to me, it crushed me just because the comedian was already bigger and more famous than me, and he took my closing joke and made it his closing joke on Kings of Comedy. The reason it hit so bad was that I was in the theater. I paid my money to go see Kings of Comedy, and to see my joke being there and not me was about as disrespectful as it gets in our craft. And I really took it really personally with Cedric, the entertainer, at that time. Now, since then, I've done enough work with 10 comedy specials. You either have to write your own jokes or you're telling a variation of my joke, whether you acknowledge it or not. But as artists, we have to understand that it either goes one or two ways. Either you are originally creating or you are borrowing bits and pieces. And the only problem is a lot of these comics, they only got famous in the pandemic. They just got hot. And a lot of them ain't gonna make it out the pandemic because there's no there.
We are the.
Damn.
Okay, all right. He seems a little angry.
Right. Hey, Steph. Yeah. Hey, listen. When I heard this, I kind of felt like we always, everybody ride for Katt Williams. You always tell it like it is. You always tell the truth. But I kind of felt like Katt Williams was being a little bit of a bitch on this. But like, you got your fame. Cedric the Entertainer definitely has his fame. This man, I wouldn't say almost longer than Katt Williams, but he's definitely been on the scene since like the 90s with Def Comedy Jam.
I would say that he's been longer than Katt.
But if he bit his joke though, and he just ain't never. I mean, I don't know if he bit his joke. Then he got a legitimate. Legitimate great.
If you can look it up, Don, Cedric the Entertainer had a response where he was like, the joke that he felt like Katt Williams was pushing at. He spoke up and said he that was his original material, and that
I got you.
He didn't steal from Katt Williams, and this one I kind of in the sense of what Cedric would say. I mean, I know Katt Williams always tells it like it is, but I don't see Cedric the Entertainer as a malicious type of guy or comic that needs to steal somebody's jokes. This man been telling comedy with my eyes. You guys seen for almost 30 years, and I've never really heard of someone coming.
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny enough. Yeah, he's funny enough to where you was, which it wouldn't be like a big deal because he's funny, motherfucker, funny as shit. Said funny as shit.
But hold up. We do know for a fact that there has been comedians that have stolen people's work. Richard Pryor has talked about it. Eddie Murphy. Now they didn't really point no fingers like that. This is the first time that I've really ever heard a comedian call somebody out to especially a stature or a high position like Cedric the Entertainer. I mean, this dude's a king of comedy. He's one of the, you want to say one of the legends that are still living as we speak of today. Don't
forget Mark Curry fired off on Steve going to say he stole some of his jokes.
Yep, Mark. He don't fuck with him at all. There's another dude that don't mess with a Harvey as well. But listen.
Katt ain't fuck with him at one point in time. Him and Katt was going at it a couple of times. I mean,
Katt don't fuck with Kevin Hart at all. Like he hate that dude. Like they got some. I don't know if they made up. So I mean, it's a lot in the whole comedy realm where they get the beefing. I mean, listen, and let's be honest.
Hey, hold on. Let me put the Sedge on up. I just
okay. Cool.
Yeah. Put that Sedge.
But I was just going to go ahead. Let me hit it.
What up, y'all? What's up? It's Sid. I'm gonna address this Katt Williams thing one time, man. I saw people on there really commenting about that. Look, I have no idea what this brother is talking about. That joke is over 30 years old, close to 30-something years old. I did the Kings of Comedy in 1999. Probably had been doing that joke 6-7 years before that. I don't even know if Katt was doing comedy then. So, again, he's a talented brother. I have no idea what he's talking about. I've never seen Katt do a space shuttle joke. So, there may be something that he believes is true. I've written a lot of jokes. I've had a lot of comedians steal my jokes as well. So I understand if you feel, slighted by that, but that's my joke. That's my joke, dog. Driving space shuttle to the moon, cigarette, cutie pie rocking in the background, parallel parking the space shuttle. It's my joke, dog. So that's what I believe it to be. So that's all I can say about that, man. I'm not going to be in the whole back and forth about this. I've been doing this, dog. So that's all I can really say. Got a lot of jokes throughout the career, a lot of humor, a lot of doing it on different platforms. So
keep it rocking, baby. Yeah, listen. I mean, you would have to really believe what Cedric was saying is true. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, some people might not like the motherfucker to where they don't want to believe that. But I mean, that sounded pretty motherfucking convincing, man. I don't,
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. He did change my tone, but I'm just saying.
And listen, and remember, I said that when we first started, and that's why I told you pull that up. When you see that, you're like, maybe Katt taking that shit a little too far now.
And I'm saying the only reason I wouldn't trip too much about it is because Sid ain't never had that issue, and he always been funny. Sid was hosting motherfucking Comic View, like he was Def Comedy Jam. He was hosting all that shit. He's always been funny. Even you put him on show, like he's just funny, like naturally funny. So I would now if it was somebody that was like slight, that nigga ain't that funny, then I would probably question that. You know what I'm saying? I would question that, but I mean, yeah.
This is my real question, fellas. This is my real question.
Yeah.
Do you? Because when I seen this, I wanted to get into like this era of snitching. Do you feel like in the community? Because like Steph said something that rung a bell. We're just kind of because of social media. We're really getting into the comedian. Everybody who got a beef with each other just come out and just basically say something. But the old school comics, the old school culture of comedy was almost like a mafia thing. Like everything stays within the family. You got a problem with this guy? Let's put it out there out there to the fans in the media. You guys might handle that shit behind closed doors. Then years later, come out and say, "Yeah, me and that guy fell out over some bullshit." But all that calling each other out over the internet and doing that shit, that shit just seems like they breaking rules.
But you got, you.
What do you say, Steph?
Go ahead.
The man shit. You got to. What do you say? How you say it? So I don't know. He say something about speak man talk or you got to do man shit. Like, listen, we know for a fact, man. Nowadays, everybody jumps on Instagram. They jump on Twitter. If you got a beef, like we didn't, we didn't have access to that. We didn't.
I'm saying you didn't.
We didn't know. I wouldn't even if I was famous. Like the whole we didn't even talk about that. We'll get into this, I'm sure, Taco Tuesday, like with the whole Jay Will, Kevin Durant situation that is just going crazy right now. We'll talk about that on Tuesday. Check us out because Jay Will did some punk shit. It's that Instagram, Twitter. You got to put everybody business out there in the social media platform. We don't need that. Listen, everybody ain't built for that shit, man. Come on.
I think in the comic world, I think it's supposed to be like a secret society almost. Like, yo, they all come up around each other. They all be in each other's circles to a certain degree. I mean, some people drift away from the circle, but they all come from the same stock. They all know each other. They all been in the business, especially together for years. I don't think Katt Williams, it wasn't fucking necessary. That's why I said I feel like it was kind of like comedian snitch, like a comedic snitch. Like, bro, you had beef with a joke that this man told 30 years ago, and you choose to go on a podcast and express that. Like I was mad with Cedric. Like, come on, Katt. I mean, the whole thing with Kevin Hart.
Didn't get beat up by a little boy?
Or the little dude.
What'd you say, Don?
I said, didn't Katt get beat up by a little boy?
Yeah, he had a rough time.
Yeah.
Katt got put in the headlock because he two people.
Yeah,
Kid. Then he got jumped by Beanie Siegel.
Remember Beanie? Yeah, they fucked him up. Yeah, because he was doing some wild shit on the sideline. Yeah.
Then he gave Beans a Lamborghini for his birthday. He gave Beans to apologize for wilding out. And like I said, controversy and some issues. But since he always keep it real, a lot of people rock with him. But like I said, that shit right there, man, that was a little too much, man. He need to let that shit go, especially with guys like that. Oh, this one he's so wild. He tried to do karate on somebody.
This shit was crazy, man.
Looking like, yo, what the fuck?
Look at the
niggas looking, yo, we about to fuck the man up.
Hey, step Woody off, man. What was Katt off in this picture? What did it look like he off on?
The Coke, the Molly, and the tequila.
Bring some eternity back into the fucking music, man. Can I give y'all a drink?
I don't even know if this shit. Let me start doing.
Go back.
You really can't.
Katt on the ground at this point, ain't he?
They're whooping his ass.
Yeah.
He's real. Man.
He get ass whooped. He get it. Damn, yup. Damn.
Listen, man.
He was there by himself, but decided to jump on one of state property crew. Them Philly niggas lit his ass up, and then he turned around the next day and gave Beanie Siegel a damn Lamborghini. It was for Beanie Siegel's birthday. Katt, wow.
Man, you can't be in the jungle trying to steal bananas from silverbacks. God damn it, you can't do that. That's just
oh my god,
you can't do it.
Hey, like I said, he had his stint, man. But this whole thing with Cedric Dennis, come on, Katt, man, let that shit go, Katt. Let it go, bro. You made a millionaire. You do your own. You got a movie, Meet the Blacks, coming out. You're doing your own thing. If you don't like Cedric because you think he stole a joke from you, a joke 30 years ago, come on, Katt.
Hey, that was a funny ass joke too.
Yeah, I was there. I was to go see Kings of Comedy when it came to the Verizon Center. I actually went to go see that with him, Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, and Bernie Mac. I went actually and laughed so hard I cried.
Yeah, you witnessed history, goddammit.
Yeah, Joe. I got one of my most favorite pictures of me and my uncle. God bless my uncle. Uncle Steve, man, we went to go see the.
Uncle Steve, rest in peace, Uncle Steve.
Me, Uncle Steve, my grandmoms, you know what I'm saying? We went, man, and had a great time. But anyway, Katt Williams, man, let that shit go, man. It's just, come on. Fuck your opinion.
He just need a new movie, man, to get his mojo
He
back.
got one coming out. He got to Meet the Blacks.
Yeah, Meet the Blacks too. That's
coming
about,
out like 2 weeks.
To drop. Yeah, that's about to drop. So that's what he's doing right now. Press. I mean, getting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why say? Yeah, right, Don. Come on, Katt, get it together, baby. Don't. This when you about to start getting back on your horse. Don't start shooting your guns. What you say, Step?
I said, get it together, Katt, man. Don't be taking shots at legend. My boy Kwame.
Yeah, we was talking about this shit last week, man. But I just
oh my god. Judge Joe Brown will end up investigated by the FBI.
Got a
I'm scared to talk about Kamala Harris. I'll let you have that one.
Nah, she's a witch, and she is a corrupt witch. She's been corrupt her whole life, and she fucked her way to the top.
Oh!
They used to detail this witch in the LA Times with her sexual escapades. She fucked damn near everybody trying to get up. She used to be a frat hoe when she was at Howard. And she ain't black. You know,
I ain't got nothing to do with this, Miss Harris.
I mean, well, she's
I don't know. I'm just listening.
Well, here's the thing. I actually met her father in Jamaica. I was the guest, sat at the general's table, and he was a professor. And he represents as a Hindu Brahmin. He admittedly has some Irish in him. All right. The person that Kamala Harris is saying is her black great-grandmother is, in fact, according to Daddy, in an article he wrote, which has now been cleaned up on the online edition of that magazine, was a Hindu house servant, not a black woman. So her mother is listed on her birth certificate as Caucasian, even though she's dark. But she's a Hindu Brahmin Tamil caste. Now, interestingly, do you know what the anthropological name is for what Kamala Harris and her parents are?
No, sir.
Indo, I-N-D-O hyphen Aryan. See, they are the original Aryans, but Adolf Hitler and his boys told a big lie. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryans from the far north did not exist, never existed. They were the dark to swarthy to paper bag brown, dark-eyed, dark, coarse-haired Indo-Aryans from India. Those actually settled Germany, and some other people came in from the steppes that lightened everything up a bit. So that lie is being told. So you get the Aryan Brotherhood, the Aryan Nation. What's going on is the Aryans they claim to be one with look like Come Queen Harris. You know, I guess
Come
what
Queen.
she did is,
Oh man.
you know, LA Times ranks out. I was out in LA, you know, when she was really.
I can see this article.
Before that, see, she got out and they ran a thing that when she went to law school, Willie Brown, that was his mistress. They used to have cards.
I heard about that, though.
Where they had one I loved. It was a scene, Willie Brown sitting behind a desk with his tongue hang out, and Kamala is raising up after doing him, you know. And they ran this thing where he got her a job with a medical supply company that did business with the city of San Francisco. He got her a gig for 15 hours a week for $72,000 a year, and you have to understand that was 35 years ago. And then when they carried a thing where she moved up to 20 hours a week, she getting paid $120,000 for a part-time gig, and he bought her a 750i BMW. She was earning that. So then you had this thing where she was trying to get on with this big firm. They wouldn't hire, so she started screwing one of your buddies, an NBA player who was their biggest client. So she got hired. So then they ran a scandal sheet on her where she was trying to get on with the DA's office, so she started screwing the deputy chief DA to get on. So
So what do you see? I mean, you have a lot of knowledge. As you can see, you got the chat going.
Hey, remember last week? See, where is Sims at? Remember last week when I told Sims, I said, Sims, when he was talking about politics and Kamala Harris and brief, and I was like, Sims, there's motherfuckers out there that got some receipts on her that don't look too good. And Sims didn't want to believe me. I wish he had tonight so he could see this, so we can discuss this shit, because this is one of the things I was talking about to him when he was like, you know, people trying to tear her down. I'm like, listen, she's considered the first minority black woman vice president. That's all good, but everything that glitters ain't gold, man. Everything you see on the surface ain't.
I still think
what
they
it
should
is.
tear her down, though. I still don't think they should be tearing her down, man. But you know,
no. Listen, tearing her down is one thing. Speaking facts, I mean, people are going to do that when you're in the spotlight and you're on such a high pedestal. People are going to do that. You know what I mean? Is that tearing her down? Yes, it is. She was. Did they tear down Trump's wife? Hell yeah. She wasn't the vice president, but she was her wife. She was Trump's wife. They tore her down. Anybody in the motherfucking in the spotlight and the head of office, vice presidents. I mean, they used to do the same thing with my girl Rice, Miss Rice. They used to try to tear her ass down too. They do that to everybody. It just so happens that the guy that's tearing her down, Mr. Joe, when he speak, you really want to listen because it sounds like Mr. Joe know what the fuck he talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, come on, man. I mean, this
and don't forget, Judge Joe Brown had his show and that reason he said he knows all this because remember he was before Judge Judy and all them. He had a court show out there in L.A. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of things this man says is so credible to me. I don't really know for sure, but it sounds credible because this is a person who was there during the times in which she was there, and because he is a judge, and because he was in television and had one of the highest ranking television shows, daytime television at that time, he would be rubbing noses and elbows and shit with a lot of motherfuckers at that level. Now, I don't understand what Don says about as far as tearing her down because, the Republican Party and people use that. But what I'm saying is we still have to let people's character, because if any one of us go before a court of any kind, the one thing they're going to use, especially always they've used against people of color, as a means to tear down your character because they want to say, look, this person is not think they are. Now, for as far as Kamala Harris, if she has other agendas that's different than what she's told the American people, people should know. I don't give a fuck, Republican, Democrat, if you saying that if you place this type of image of yourself that is not correct, then I can't rock with that shit, man.
But that's what I hate. But see, that's why I hate politics because I don't think that shit has nothing to do with, if she does a great job or passing shit and getting shit the way it's supposed to be and doing right for the people.
I'm all for it.
Then all that other shit don't matter. Come on, we out of Murray and Burry. I mean, we out of all people know, motherfucker. Shit, he wasn't shit. He wasn't the cleanest motherfucker, character-wise, but
also,
he was for the people.
Marion Barry's efforts spoke for themselves. See, with me, Kamala was already on the fence about her efforts as far as how she, the amount of work the ethic and the amount of work she put in for people of color, for minorities, for black folks.
It wasn't good.
So when you go that, and then you throw in a shitty track record, like if Marion Barry not only was smuggling, doing drugs, but he was taking city funding and buying mass amount of hookers and funding cocaine parties in Miami and the whole goddamn Georgetown Hoyas basketball team, the shrimp at the motherfucking steak at the Hyatt, then you can Barry wasn't shit. But you talking about a mayor who, even though he had a coke habit and got caught with a prostitute or set up with a woman in a hotel, he still had program. He still did things where you can say he still does what he does as his job. But this is all seems to me like with Kamala Harris, this shit was her job. You see what I'm saying? The whole part of the scam of who she was became more.
But it don't have nothing to do with nothing. It don't. I mean, at the end of the day, she in office. Get Get this shit out. Get this shit out while she running. Get this shit out while you.
Listen, I understand what both of y'all are saying. At the end of the day, though, this is who she is, okay, or it may not be who she is. Now, it's what she does in office, like Don says, and how she redeems herself as the vice president. At the end of the day, she is our vice president, and we got to respect that. Now, what she did in her past, look, man, everybody watching this show, everybody on this motherfucking show grew up with crooks, drug dealers, pimps, preachers, motherfuckers that was goody, motherfuckers that would smile in your face and then rob you in your back, rob you in the back alley in a minute. So who the fuck are we to judge? Now, like I said, people just did shit in their past that they cannot escape.
Yeah.
That don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, they can't get through life and better themselves and, make it happen. But she's a good hoe. Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with a good hoe, man.
I look at it more as if she has an opportunistic mind state, then what she does may not be for the people. It may just be for herself. You know what I'm saying? It's just a difference in somebody saying, like, I understand what you're saying, Don, about as far as her standards and what she plan on doing for the American people has nothing to do with her sucking her dick to the top. She mean with it. She went from Howard University to vice president of the United States. So she definitely got that golden goblet. But what I'm saying is,
we all know that.
But what I'm saying is, if that's who she is, like Steph, that's who she is. But it's hard to trust people, especially in politics, when you see they have an opportunistic ideal of how they're going to deal with politics, because he also has Stacey Abrams, another black woman that he could have put in that situation, that spot of vice president, but he chose Kamala Harris for what reason it was, that maybe she got in his ass during debate, or maybe because they knew politically who she was because of her past, so they knew what kind of way that she would be able to be, not controlled, I would say, but they knew who they were dealing with. They was like, look, we got Kamala Harris and we got Stacey Abrams. We know Stacey Abrams has a much solid past of not being dealt with some kind of corrupt way of moving. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. They might look at Kamala Harris like, you know what? We know that she can play the game, so why not put somebody here who's willing to play the game dirty if necessary?
What's the saying go, fella, before we close out? Is it just because we folk don't mean we kin folk, or how does it go?
All kin folk ain't skin folk. All skin folk ain't kin folk.
There we go. So keep that in mind when you get all excited about who's in office and who's helping. Because like I said, man, they said what he said. Hitler peoples.
Yeah.
Judge Joe Brown, don't fuck with Judge Joe Brown. Hey yo,
Judge was like she did something. Hey Judge, like he got turned down or something, yo. Like he didn't get
what do you call it? What do you call it? Come
queen, Kamala queen, some shit, yeah.
Oh man.
And for those out there, watch Kwame Brown show, man. Homeboy is woke, man, and he's speaking some real shit.
So, Steph, this is what you brought to the table, man. LeBron changing from 23 to number 6, man. What you think about it, man?
I might have to save my comments for Tuesday on this one, man. Damn.
But hey, they said I heard this on the radio.
He actually wanted to change. I think Nike kind of jumped in on that. I think he wanted to change when he became a Laker. I think he wanted to go.
Hey, you know what? They said that Nike had, I was listening to this earlier on the radio, Nike had already commissioned a few pairs of his bronze with the number, and they didn't want to buck up their sales or whatever. But what he wanted to do, because that's why he went to Space Jams, I guess in the new Space Jams movie, he changed his number to number 6. He's saying that was his number that he wanted to use, and since Anthony Davis was supposed to be 23, he let go, so Anthony Davis supposedly could wear 23 for the Lakers. That's the story behind it. But they said Nike had some money tied up in that 23, so he had to wait till he finished. I guess they finished this line or whatever they got. Now he's gonna go back to his Miami Heat number 6.
Man, for one thing, listen, man, this is all I'm gonna say. I'm going to save rest of my comments for Tuesday. The man should not be trying to wear Jordan's number in the first place, okay? He need to be wearing his daddy number. His daddy jersey number would have been so much better. What was Delonte West's jersey number?
I don't know his number, man. I don't know who Delonte West number is, man. I don't know what his number is. But like I said, man, I'm not into. I told y'all, man, I'm out of the GOAT discussion, man. I'm done. I'm not.
You done?
Yeah, I'm out of the LeBron, Kobe, Jordan. I'm not because to me, when you had that argument, you got to tear somebody down to raise somebody else up. All of them great to me, man. I'm not even in the argument. I'm not even in the argument no more. I do believe what I believe, but at the same token, I'm not going to take away from the other guys too.
Hey, Dan, you hear what I told Don?
What's that?
I said, LeBron, you need to stop trying to wear Jordan number, which is 23, and he should have been wearing his daddy jersey number. You don't know what jersey number Delonte West wore?
Oh Lord!
See this hate, man. This hate is bad, man.
I think it got. But you know what, Don? To be real, I kind of got to. I think this last Laker thing and this whole 23. I think he really look at that more as an omen at his career in this time than something different. So he's saying he wanted to give the number to Anthony Davis because that was his number, and go to his number 6. Whatever his jersey was. But after this last finals and all that, I think LeBron rather to get, and I think the pressure behind that 23 is starting to get to him a little bit. We like,
weighing on them big ass shoulders he got, man. Listen, the dude is.
Yeah, man. I think he wanted.
He's an incredible.
I think he want to go out with his own number.
But he knows that he can never be in Jordan's shadow. So I want him to live out his legacy and be the great dude that he is, man, because he'll never be better than the GOAT. And he'll be in the top
I'm out of that discussion. 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 I'm out of that GOAT. I'm out of the GOAT discussion.
Damn well, Jordan would never let.
When you say Jordan would not do what, Dan?
I said, damn well, Jordan would never let Devin Booker put him out the NBA Finals. Jordan's mentality, in his gut, he would say to himself, I'm not going to let Devin Booker put me out the NBA Finals. Because type of mentality, LeBron James' mentality of, I'm not going to let this guy and this team put me out. Jordan,
that's all good, man.
He carried it like that.
I'm out of that discussion, man. Jordan had his time. Hey, Pippen got the book. Hey, Pippen got the book coming out too, man.
Pippen better shut the fuck up with Jordan gonna put hands on him.
Pippen talking too, because he ain't like. Hey, Pippen didn't like that documentary, so he been beefing.
Shut the fuck up.
Pippen got the book coming out called what is called Unguarded or something, Unguardable or some shit.
Hey, he better shut up before Jordan hit his baby mother.
Hey, he probably had Katt Williams. He probably had Katt Williams help him write this shit. Hey, listen, this is about to be the season for get back. Now everybody going to expose something. Now everybody want to expose somebody for something. Katt Williams been on Cedric. Now Pippen going on Jordan, and damn well Pippen stop. Oh man, he can do it. I hope he don't, right, man. Don't do it. Hey, check us out. Hey, Don, can you please give everybody the links where they can hit us up on?
Hey man, if you're checking us out, you can find us on PYOPod, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and all the other shit that's in the
and remember, Kamala Harris is related to Hitler. That's what Joe Brown said.
Once again, the views
we here at Fuck Your Opinion. We here at Fuck Your Opinion. We don't. The views of Step Lover. Doesn't speak with Dan
on this podcast. Lord,
doesn't speak with Dan or Don. It's thinking.
Yeah, the Asian man. Between the Asianese and Kamala Harris, man, we in trouble.
Hey, I think that's a good name. Put that shit in the book.
Asianese.
That
motherfucker never come out, man. That should have never come out, man. The Asianese. That shit.
Throw out the spot.
All right, man. Check y'all out, man. Thank y'all for checking us out, man. Fuck Your Opinion.